Welcome to another dog fooding session. For those of you not familiar with this process, it's where I go and use a product, application, UI, or some process that I have no idea about, that I'm encountering for the first time. Dog fooding, our own ecosystem, our own polkadot ecosystem of apps, protocols, and other things, and just relaying live experience as I'm using this to basically see how well we're doing. If a power user gets stuck while dog fooding, then we cannot expect quote unquote regular people to succeed. So I want to shed light on the good and the bad that we're doing so that we can all collectively improve. This time around, I'm actually gonna try and merge in a way two dog fooding videos from before. So Limo from Hydra has posted a tutorial on X, which in thread format, which teaches you how to create meme coins and shitcoins and list them on HydraDX. The twist is that these shitcoins will be launching on AssetHub. So in the first dog fooding video of .leap 2024, we had the process of creating a new token on AssetHub, and some people actually did this. Some people sent us some of their new tokens, coins, and they got Leap tokens in return, so it worked out. Now, in another dog fooding video, I tested HydraDX itself to see how it works, how that UI functions, whether or not it's smooth, buggy, and so on. It turned out pretty good. Now we're going to combine the two. So Lima posted a tutorial where you will be creating a coin on AssetHub and then listing it for sale on HydraDX. In this dog fooding video, we will be skipping the first part of the process where we actually create the token on AssetHub, and I will link the previous .leap dog fooding videos in the description of this video or in the follow-up posts to this one, or you can just look at the archive of .leap or on our video on our YouTube channel and find those there. So you can follow along with the previous steps if you're interested. So let's assume that we've done all of this that Limo says we should do, create some tokens, blah, blah, blah. And now we have to, at this point, put it into HydraDX. All right. So now we have to add that asset to Hydra. So if we take a look at our AssetHub balances, we have .leap editor with almost 10 million leap. All right, so our token is ready. Now he says at the top left of polkadot.js, go to HydraDX and press developer extrinsics. All right, so with this we'll be adding that asset to HydraDX. Let's see, let's find HydraDX here, HydraDX, switch to it, and then we'll go to developer extrinsics. All right, wait, I think I saw settings, metadata. Yeah, talisman needs a metadata update, that's fine. All right, developer extrinsics. What's next? Next up, we will be doing for easy mode, press decode and then paste this string in. All right, decode, paste the string in. So what this is doing is it's calling the asset registry palette with the register external function. So this is going to signal to the HydraDX chain that you want to put some chain into the external registry so that it's aware that something is going to come in. In this case, some of these settings are all pre-filled for us. Parachain, general index, blah blah blah. All right, I don't think though that I'm supposed to do this index here, 69. That seems off. Parachain, fine. Palette instance 50. This is fine. General index. Let's see if that's what he does. Yeah, you make sure you change your general index to be your polkadot AssetHub ID. You cannot change this Limo once you decode it, so I have to do it. Oh, you can if you switch back to submission. Okay, this is okay. So you can change it by switching back to submission from decode, but still 6969. So I have to switch back, or I can maybe open it in another tab. That's fine. I have to switch back to the AssetHub and check the asset number of the .leap token, because I do not remember it. So it is 14, number 14. Let's just double check that asset 6969 is Limo. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's what matches there. So we have number 14 here. That's going to be 14 on the general index. And then do we submit unsigned or signed? Let's see. It says press submission again. All right, my bad. Do this right. Doesn't say signed or unsigned, so let's assume that we will just go with the submit transaction one. But the account does not have enough free funds, which is accurate. This is the wrong address to use. Polkadot JS apps UI here at work, not showing us the balances of these accounts, so I do not know which one has any kind of balance. Let's check that out by switching to HydraDX on this one as well and opening accounts and seeing if we have something. So we have here the Kusama experiment account, so let's use that one. Kusama experiment, this should be fine. And now let's submit this transaction. Talisman analyzing and Talisman approving. Here we go. Let's see. Broadcasting the register external call. Come on, Hydra, you can do it. So this should take up to, oh, okay, there we go, it's done. Success. All right, what's next, Limo? Nice green box, yes indeed. Okay, now let's check if you did it right. On the HydraDX part of polkadot.js, go to developer storage, then basically the same, but change your general index number. All right, so let's check out the storage and see if that was actually logged. Change state, storage, where was it? Was it asset registry? All right, so now we have this logged here. I'm not sure what that number is. Let's find out. Your HydraDX asset ID, I see. Okay, so now we know our asset ID. This is 1,000,076. Next up, the number at the bottom would be asset ID. Make sure you remember it for later. Yes, sir. Now we're going to send your tokens from AssetHub to HydraDX. Make sure you have some USDT on your account. I'm not sure I do. We'll find out, I guess. On the AssetHub part of polkadot.js, go to network assets balances 1984 and make sure you have USDT. Let's see. AssetHub balances, assets balances 1984. I don't have any USDT. How the hell am I supposed to get Tether USDT on Polkadot's AssetHub? I think I'm supposed to be able to kind of swap into it on Hydra. So, oh, I have some here, so I can just teleport it out of HydraDX across chain. Let me move it from HydraDX. No, I want the USDT. What? Aha, AssetHub. Yeah, okay. All right, let's send $50. Alright, and now this is going to be on the Kusama experiment account, so this should be showing a Tether balance fairly soon. As soon as this completes, the 50 is gone, which means that the 50 should be arriving on AssetHub soon. Not yet, I guess. There we go. So now it arrived with a 7-cent fee, and we can continue. All right, so we have some USDT. If you don't, you can buy USDT on HydraDX. Wow, amazing, very cool indeed. Don't ask why you need USDT. Someone coded something and you need it. I don't know why. Yes, that does feel very polkadot. Make sure you have DOT on AssetHub too. I'm not sure. I don't have it in this account. All right, so now we have some DOT and we have some USDT. Okay. We're gonna make a real long XCM call. Just like before. Let's decode this. AssetHub developer extrinsics. Decode this. Go to submission. And now what are we going to change? Let's take a look. Part 1 of 3. Don't ask why. HydraDX per ID. Sounds good. Change this to your account. So this ID should be my account. What does it mean, my account? Do I need to put in a hex version of a substrate address, or is this a EVM address? I think Hydra is. Yeah, I'm not sure what this should be. Account ID 32. I think this is an EVM address. Let's move on. Don't ask why. AssetHub assets palette USDT asset ID 0.5. Sorry, don't ask why. Don't ask why. AssetHub assets palette. Yes, okay. I will not ask why. The asset ID on AssetHub of the token we just made. Okay, so this is the bottom part. General index 6969, which we should change. 1984, this is all good. Okay, so here we'll put 14, and then 1 token, 1 plus 10 zeros. This sets USDT to payment fee asset again. Don't ask why at the bottom. So fee asset item is 0. I think I have I don't remember how many decimals a leap has. Let me check. If we go to assets and check .leap, naturally there's no information here, so we have to check chain state, go to, I think I put it 18, but I'm not sure. Assets, asset 14, let's take a look. We have yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 10 million. No, this is 10 million. 18 decimals. All right, so it has 18 decimals, which means we need to change this. 1 plus 10 zeros, 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, and 8 more. Okay. So this is 1 token, I think. And the last mystery is just this account here. What do I need to put here? Is it an EVM address? Is it an address in substrate? Is it a Hydra address? Is it, which address is it? Who knows? You never know. Take the Kusama address, then let's put it in here like this. All right, let's take a look. Sign and submit. See what happens. Proof. Whoops, no work key. I do not know what this means. I don't know what happened. Again, let's try and resend this. Maybe see what the error is. Be great if Talisman and other wallets could actually predict, simulate on a local version of a fork of the chain what's going to happen, so they can simulate and predict an error, much like MetaMask does in EVM, but it is what it is, and fee estimations failed as well. So I guess it's all sorts of errors that I'm making here where I'm not aware of. Let's see if this appeared now. No, this doesn't even get this doesn't even get submitted to the mempool. This never actually happens on chain, this submission. Some experiment, this should work, this should work, this should work. And then I sign submit. I'm gonna try and make a screenshot of this error. Alright. So we have a screenshot to share with Limo, and once he helps me debug this, I will continue this video. Sadly, so we will not be able to register this asset on HydraDX and do this cross-chain transfer. Again, any dogfooding session is a successful one, whether or not it ultimately achieves what it was, planning to do. Because we see many of these very important UX lessons and DX lessons at the end of the day, which still plague the ecosystem. This is clearly why Polkadot has no users. This is clearly why we have the problems we have here in this ecosystem, and this is clearly why we have to make the changes we have to make. Without a dedicated developer relations effort, without a dedicated DX team in this ecosystem, and while focusing on car stickers and football jerseys, we will never achieve any kind of meaningful adoption. If you get the mom and pop investors to gamble on the DOT token by showing them a sticker of Polkadot on an Indy 500 race car, they will probably fail even there, because their only option will be to go to a centralized exchange and gamble on the token there, since the UX that we are encountering is really, really bad. So my plea here in directed towards parity, directed towards whoever is working on this stuff, and even third-party independent teams, please make an abstraction of XCM that actually works in a meaningful way. In Ethereum land, you have the ability to send tokens just to an ENS address, and they're automatically teleported to a variety of other layer 2 chains. Here you have to go through some arcane knowledge with a bunch of don't worry about it disclaimers on the fields that are mystical and completely non-understandable to the average developer, let alone user, just to send a token across a chain in an ecosystem which was designed specifically for cross-chain communication. This is not something that can work. This is not how we can work. This is not how this ecosystem can grow. So let's all pull together. Let's all make as many dogfooding sessions, as many feedback sessions, as many tutorials, as many examples, as many mini apps, as many throwaway apps, anything you can do to make this stuff simpler, and anything you can do to exert pressure on Parity to stop releasing things without userland documentation. We have to make this change. No amount of new grey papers and disco DJ parties in Dubai will bring in the users this ecosystem desperately needs if nobody can actually use this ecosystem. That's it for this time. Talk to you guys in the next one.